today we are just going to see few more commands of the Unix. So yesterday, if you remember, we have seen these commands like ls, ls-alrt. And then we have seen about what exactly is the present working directory. cd just to change the directory. Then if you just do cd one dot dot, like it is going to like one step back. Cat is to look into the content of the file. It is going to print the content of the file. Touch mainly for creating a blank file, without any content. Mkdir is creating a directory. SSH is nothing but a secure shell to create to connect to the remote server. The thing is, we have server which is created in this digital ocean, so we can connect to this server with root user and the password which you have set while creating this virtual machine using the SSH command. Okay, so this is important. cp just to copy the file, cp-r to copy the directory from one directory to another directory. Okay, then we have seen about mv for renaming the file, then rm to remove the file, and we have used rm-rf as well if there is uh, a directory. Okay, so if it's a blank directory, then rmdir command is going to help us. But if the directory is having some files or any other directory within that, so we have to make use of the rm-rf to delete that directory. Then we have uh, we saw this grep command, like to search the pattern within the entire file. Okay, this is going to print all the lines having the matching pattern. So if this is new to you guys, definitely this is the very basic commands ideally. And if you want to recap it, just go through the yesterday's section or yesterday's recording which I have shared already over the Google Drive. Then we have seen about the head command to see the starting few lines. By default it is going to show the 10 lines. Okay, and if you want to see 20 lines, then you have to do head hyphen 20 and then the file name, so it is going to print 20 lines. If you want to see the 100 line, then head hyphen 100. So almost 40 to 50% of the commands which are very basic one, we have already seen, and I hope you guys are using all those things in your day-to-day life, so those are not new for you as well. Okay, so something we will see, uh, some new commands we will just explore today. So let's log into the virtual machine which we have created yesterday. Okay, so I'll copy this public IP address and let's log into this via SSH. How to create this virtual machine, which I have already shared in the yesterday's session, so please go through that, and if you're still facing any doubt, just let me know in that case. Okay, so we logged into this server and you can see this is the host name that we have given yesterday, learning Linux. Okay, and some system related information that is showing, that is the internal to that. Now clear is a command which is used to clear the entire screen, and it will show you means it will clear all the content and it will show you this prompt. Okay, so sometimes there is this page is full of commands, full of certain content, and if you want to get rid of every content out of it, so you can just clear your screen. Next is like we were talking about the permissions. Okay, so if I just do ls-alrt over here, you will get to see lot many information about the file. Okay, so what I will do, I'll just simply check for file a1. So currently file a1 is having this much information. Okay, like the owner of the file is root, group of that file is root, and this 61 characters within that file, and this is the timestamp when it was updated, last updated. So yesterday we have created this, so that's why it's the similar date. Next is like this is very important to understand what is the meaning of this. Okay, and what is the meaning and what it suggests. Okay, So what I will do, I'll just copy paste this content over here. Now let's remove the first character. Okay, I'm not interested in that right now. So total there are 9 characters over here, and these are divided into the 3 parts. Okay, so now this R stands for read, W stands for write, hyphen means nothing, means what I'm telling, that this file is having the read write permission but not execute. This at the end it should be execute, but and execute is represented, let's say R for read, W for write, X for execute. Okay, and this first represents owner, second represents group, third represents others over here. So who is the owner of the file? Root. Okay, because I can see this is the root user over here written, so it is the owner of that file, and this file belongs to this group user. Okay, now that's where owner is having the read permission, write permission, but not execute. यहाँ पे let's say X होता, so in that case we can say owner is having the read write execute permission, but माइनस है मतलब execute की permission नहीं है. Let's say यहाँ पे भी माइनस रहता, तो I will say owner is having only read permission, not write permission, not execute permission. Okay. Similarly, a group is also a root. Okay, so that group is having a permission of only read, not execute, not write. Similarly for others, others means a tertiary user or any other user who is not an owner and who is not of the group. Let's say user is DevOps. Okay, and this I can see this owner over here is root. Okay, and group over here is root. Okay, so this DevOps is not a owner, not a group, so it comes under the others. Okay, so if I log into this server with DevOps user, in that case I will have only a read permission to that file. I will not have any other extra permission. That is the meaning of others. Okay, and why we have to take care of these permissions? Because of the security reason. Because let's say if you provide a- all the permission to owner, all the permission to group, and all the permission to the others, like read write execute everything, in that case anyone can go ahead and modify that file or just misuse that file. So that's what we don't want, and that's where we have provided a restricted access to the files. Okay, now if you want to change this permission, definitely we can do the change. Let's say अभी owner को execute का permission नहीं है, so you can just provide the or change the permission of that file with the chmod. Ch stands for change, and this is nothing but a mode. Mode means nothing but a permissions. Okay, over here. So if you want to change the permission, in that case chmod command is going to help us. Okay, and if you have some understanding over the binary, every time internally Unix plays with 0 and number 1 only. Okay, let's say if you do let's say chmod 777, let's say file a1, this 7 definitely uh, Unix doesn't understand. Always it will go ahead and decode it in the binary format. So what is the binary format? Number 0 and number 1 comes under the binary format. So always if anything, any character is written over here, so it will treat as 1. यहाँ पे भी कुछ character है तो it will treat as 1, and minus will get represented by 0. Similarly 1 minus will get represented by 0 0. So the current permission of this file, okay, if you just calculate like 100 in binary to decimal, let me go to the internet. Miss, I know how to calculate, but just for your understanding, let's say if I say binary to decimal, let's put the binary number as 110, the answer will be 6. Okay, means 1 to the power 2, then this 1 to the power 1, so it's easy. So this will be 6, and the binary of this 100, it should be 4, and this is the binary of the 4. Okay, so the current permission of this file A1 is 644. Okay, and if you want to go ahead and change the permission to something else, then this chmod is going to help us. Let's see if I do chmod 70000 means I don't want to give any permission to others, and I don't want to give any permission to group. So first 7 means first number belongs to this 700 में से जो 7 है वो that belongs to root, not root, that belongs to owner. Second number belongs to group, third number belongs to others. Okay, so let's see if I copy paste this command. So what it is going to do, this is going to make over here rwx, because 7 is nothing but 111. Okay, means the binary of the 7 is nothing but like this 111. So यहाँ पे कोई number 1 है, it means this will be x. Okay, so let's see, and over here I'm saying the group is having 0 permission and the others is having 0 permission. So this 0 is nothing but, let's say, so this r will also become the minus because we are not giving any permission. So let's see if it really looks like this, the same thing or not after changing the permission. So currently this is the permission of the file A1, and if I change it to something else, and now you will see certain change in the character over here. Okay, so that's what I was saying. This first first 7 that I have written over here belongs to the owner, and that 7 means 111, which is nothing but rwx. 0 means no permission to the group, and this next 0 means no permission to the others. So that's where I have that minus minus symbol to everything. Okay, and this first minus indicates it is a file. Okay, if this is a directory, in that case it will be D. If I show you any other directory, okay, this is the directory. So how you will come to know this is a file or directory? You will come to know by looking into the first character of that permission. Okay, so if this first character is D, in that case it is a directory. If that first character is minus symbol, in that case that is a file. Every directory is having a D at the start in that permission. Okay, so this is the representation of the file and representation of the directory, and other 9 character belongs to owner, group and others. This is clear. Okay, so maybe I'll just leave it up to you to find it out and let me know tomorrow what you guys get. Okay, now a few more commands are like, okay, let me show you some interesting thing. Let's say if I create any script. Okay, script is nothing but a combination of all the Unix commands, and that will get executed sequentially. Okay, so let me create one directory 1 with the name 1 and create a certain script, let's say 1.sh echo. Okay, I'll write echo is just for printing a message. Let's say I'll write inside directory 1. Okay, simply this message I'm going to print. So let's try to execute this. So I'm getting this permission denied issue. Okay, Why I got this permission denied issue? Because by default, whenever you create a file, that file is not having any execute permission to not a root, sorry, not a group and not a owner as well. Okay, so यहाँ पे कोई यहाँ पे x नहीं है, यहाँ पे भी x नहीं है. So that is nothing but x is mainly to execute a script. So that's why I can see if I'm trying to execute a script with dot slash and name of the script, I'm getting a permission denied issue because execute permission is not provided over here. So let's provide execute permission like 7 L2 755 a.sh, and now if I execute my script, I'm not getting any permission issue, and I can see the output inside directory 1. Okay, what I will do, I'll just copy paste this directory within, and within the same file I'll say inside directory 2. And if I execute this, I'll get inside directory 2. This is the output, or this is the echo message I have printed. So script is same, only content is going to change based on the directory in which directory I'm working currently. Okay, so you might have saw that certain scripts gets execute from any other location. Let's say this a.sh script is not present at this location. Okay, it's present under the directory 1 and directory 2. And what if I want to execute this a.sh from any other directory? Because while working in the DevOps, we even sometimes don't know what is the current location of that script. We only know the name of the script, and that script get executed in from any other location. Let's see if I say a.sh from this site, from this uh, location, as this a.sh doesn't exist at this location, so I'm getting certain error messages. Okay, so any idea like I want to execute this a.sh from any location, so how to do that? Because this is the most tricky question. Most of the time they ask in the interview, like simply they will never ask any simple questions. Okay, so that's where I'm just trying to go here and there and get you some glimpse of how a real-time interview goes. You got my question? Okay, so what I'm trying to explain over here, we have two folders, 1 and 2. Within 1 and 2 we have a.sh. If you do echo dollar path, path is an inbuilt variable, okay, which is provided by the Unix. Okay, and this is mainly for the purpose of the binary. Means what does that mean? I'll show you. If you run any command, let's say if you run ls command, if you run mkdir command, okay, those commands related file is not present at this location. Okay, so what internally does, if you run any command or anything from any directory, okay, let's say that file or command is not existing in that directory, so internally it is going to look for all the directory. This is the one directory, this is the second, third, fourth. Likewise, there are many directories which are like grouped together via this colon. Why we are using this? Just so that we can execute any script from any other location. Okay, what does that mean? Let's say I know the location of this script is slash root slash 1. Okay, over here there is a 1.sh, and the location of that script is over here. If I merge this, I mean to say merge this location or merge this directory to this path variable, in that case my a.sh script will execute from any other location, because the main thing over here is nothing but if you want to execute any script without any location, so internally that script is going to check whether that script is exist in this directory. If no, it will check the next directory whether the script is present in this location. So likewise it is going to means how internally it is going to execute, that I'm explaining. Okay, so step by step it is going to check for all the directories, and if that path is present where our script is there, then it will get executed. Otherwise it will not. So what I will do, I'll just merge this path or merge this location to this path. Okay, so how to do that? Let me export a variable. I'll export the same variable. What I'm doing, I'm trying to append this slash root slash one at the end of the existing value. So let's append at the end of the existing value via colon. So always each and every path are separated via colon. So that's where I'm providing colon over here. So what is the current value of this path variable? Let's see. Till now the current this was the previous value. Okay, till now, and right now I have just appended this slash root slash one to this. So now it looks like this. Even though my a.sh is not present at this location, but still it is going to work now. If I do a.sh, you can see I'm getting a perfect output inside directory 1 with without even specifying the location of that file. How it is working, as I explained, that this script, it is going to get internally search in all the path variable, means on in all the directories defined within the path variable. So this is the first directory, सो इसके अंदर नहीं है, इसके अंदर भी नहीं है, ऐसे सर्च करते 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 यहाँ तक आएगा एंड a.sh उसको मिल जाएगी इस डायरेक्टर के अंदर, एंड देन it we internally it is going to execute this a.sh and we will get a required output. Let's play with this path variable one more time. So what I will do this time, I'll just, as I know a.sh is present within this directory 2 as well, so I will append this location of this directory slash root slash 2 at the start in that case. Okay, so instead of adding at the end, I'll add this. So we have added this first at the start, we have added this slash root slash 2 and then rest of the path variable, and this was the present from before. And now if I execute this a.sh, you will see the output we got from the directory 2, not from the directory 1. So that's where I said this script will get looked or will get searched in each directory sequentially. It's not like random. So that's why अभी a.sh यहाँ पे मिल जाता है intern, because slash root slash 2 के अंदर मैंने a.sh बनाया था. So once we got this file within this directory, it is going to execute it, and then it is not going to go further, because उसको file मिल गई, that's all. And it is not going to search in any other directory after that, because it got a success at very first attempt. So आपका लोकेशन, आपका क्या बोलते हैं, स्क्रिप्ट का लोकेशन एट द एंड में है, स्टार्टिंग में है, मिडल में है, कहाँ पे है, दैट मैटर्स अ लॉट. Based on that, your script is going to get executed. So I hope now you understood about this path variable, and this is, we will make use of this while working with our, I think, Ansible or something else as well, but definitely this is going to come into the picture. So that's where I want these things to be clear before going to the real-time DevOps classes. Okay, any doubts so far within this? Okay, so let's go ahead further and we'll see which all commands we can look into. Okay, let's talk about certain process related commands. I meant to say, like if this is a server, okay, so इस server के अंदर बहुत सारे processes चलते रहते हैं. If I talk about Windows, let's say if I compare about the Windows, in that case, in this Windows operating system, you will get to see some task manager, okay, and within this task manager in Windows operating system, you will get to see these many processes are running in the background. Like I'm using the Chrome, I'm using then this screen recorder, Microsoft Teams, and lot many things I'm making use of within this Windows operating system within this, okay. So similarly there can be lot many processes running within the Unix box as well. So how to figure it out and how to find out all those processes which are executing currently within the Unix box, that is nothing but ps-ef. Okay, this is the command. Ps is just to check the processes, and if you want to get output in some longer format, extended format, then we have to go ahead and this ps-ef. Okay, so it is going to show us a lot of output, okay, and it is also going to show you what is the owner of that process, what is the process id, so that we can easily kill that process if it doesn't require. This is the current output, and as you can see over here, uh, there are lot many processes are running, and these processes are system related processes, okay, these are not executed by ourselves, okay, and these are the default processes which will always run in your system, so that you can, so that this could be work in working condition, okay. Now this is nothing but a owner of that, I want to say owner of that process. This is the process id. Each and every process has given certain id, okay, we call it as a process id, and that will be unique in the entire server. Let's say एक process को 1728 दिया है, तो definitely we this number will not repeat or will not be used for any other process, okay. So that's where it is the unique amongst the server. And yeah, these all are the processes. Let's say if I generate a process for me, okay, so how we can generate a process? Let's see if I do sleep command. Sleep is nothing but a command which is going to uh, take our cursor for particular period of time. Let's see if I say sleep 10 and hit enter, so 10 सेकंड तक मेरा prompt busy रहेगा. It is like holding our screen for 10 seconds, and once 10 seconds will get finished, my prompt will get back. So let's say if I want to execute this, let's say 20, let's say if I want to execute this in the background. अभी ये sleep command foreground में चल रहा था, that's where I won't be able to type any command, but what I will do, I'll just execute this sleep 20 in the background using the ampersand. So for 20 seconds the sleep process will continue to run, and once 20 seconds will be done, in that case this process will get deleted, okay. So let's see. So I have just executed this process in the background, so let's search it out. Sleep command, the one which we have executed, this is the process id which is going to get printed, which is available over here as well, and this is the command, or this is the process which we have triggered. That's why you can see this over here. Earlier it was not there. This came only because we have executed this sleep 20 ampersand, and because of that you can see this line. और जैसे 20 सेकंड हो जाता है ये लाइन चली जाएगी. Let's see, it's done. It means like 27 elapsed now, and you won't be able to see this uh, sleep 20 again over here because that is completed. So if you want to check for any process which is up and running or any other status, in that case definitely you have to go ahead and like check the process running or not via ps-ef command. That is important thing. You can even kill as well. Let's say if I execute this sleep one more time, let's say if I say 200 seconds, and this you will see now sleep command for 200 seconds over here. And if you think that this command is no longer useful or It's taking your CPU and RAM, consuming it a lot many resources, and you want to delete it. So you can definitely delete this process with the help of kill command. Kill hyphen 9, this is the option we have to provide after kill, and we have to copy paste the process ID. Once you copy paste the process ID, you will see this sleep command is getting killed over here, and you will no longer see in the ps command because we have just killed it. So just to look for the processes, this ps-ef is going to help us, and to kill any process which is currently running, you can do it via kill command. Okay, so we should know this about the processes. And next thing, let's see. We are done with this ping user ad. Okay. Okay, so sometimes we have to make use of the, or we have to connect to the another server. Let's say this is the first server, and there is also one more server in my system, and I just wanted to check whether that server I can, it's like reachable or not. Let's say if I want to transfer the file from first server to second server, in that case second server should be reachable from the first one. So just to check the connectivity from one server to another server, we have to make use of the ping command. Okay, ping is just to check the connectivity, nothing else. So as of now I don't have any other server, but definitely I can ping to any other website. Even I can ping to the Google website as well, because google.com is a domain which is up and running over the browser. So definitely we can go ahead and ping to that, so ping to that domain. So let's say ping, let's say google.com. So you can see I'm getting a packets back. So what it, I'll do control C. What it is doing internally, it is just going to send the packet from this server to the Google website, and once the packet is received by this google.com, it will transfer back or send back the acknowledgement. Okay, I have received your packet. So that's where it is saying 6 packets transmitted by this Linux server, 6 packets received by the Google domain. 0 packet loss means in this transfer and received, okay, in this journey there is a 0% packet loss. It means the connection is very much powerful. There is no breakage or there is no outage over here. The connection looks good over here. And how much time it took to send these packets, because it also depends how fast the packets are getting transferred from one server to another and coming back again. So if this time is, let's say, more and more, in that case it means the connectivity is not that good. So it should be in millisecond only, and most of the time the packet transfer and received is very quick. So ping is the command to check the connectivity. Let's say मैं google.com की जगह पे ऐसा कुछ लिख देता हूँ which doesn't even exist. So in that case, after hitting enter, I'm not getting any output because this doesn't exist over the internet. Okay, so that's where we can just check that it is, this is the valid domain or not, or if it is a valid domain, it is up and running or not. So all those things we can go ahead and check via the ping command. One more command we are having, that is nothing but netstat. Okay, this comes under the networking. Okay, ping comes under the networking, then netstat comes under the networking. What is the meaning of this netstat, or what it does? The way ping is just checking if this server is up and running or not, that's all. Okay, but let's say on this server there is one process running over the port 80. Okay, on, let's say, google.com, one process is running on port 80. Okay, so in that case I can simply go ahead and check whether I can connect to that process or not. Okay, let's say from this server linux learning linux, I want to connect to the second server over the port 80. So the connectivity from one server to another server is ping, second is netstat, connectivity from one server to another server on particular port. Okay, not generic, on particular port. So that is done by the netstat. This we will do when we will learn Ansible, definitely. Right now we have only one server, so we won't be able to practice this netstat one, but definitely we will get to see whether it is up and the connection is proper or not on particular port with the help of netstat. That's the main thing which I wanted to share. And yeah, most of the commands we have covered. Do you feel any command which is which you guys know but have some difficulty in learning that or executing that? So earlier I have explained, let's say if I create a file, let's say b1. So the command b1, sorry, this file b1 got created with this permission. Okay, so from where this permission is getting created or from where this permission is coming, that is nothing but umask. Okay, umask defines the predefined permission. Okay, means what should be the file of the permission of the file when it will get created. That permission is defined by the umask. Okay, if you let's say run umask and hit enter, you will see this characters. Okay, so last three digits are important for us. So let me explain what is the meaning of this 022 and what is the meaning of this. Okay, so let me copy paste everything. Let's go. Okay, so this file b1 का permission क्या है? This, let me explain it. Okay, b1 का permission क्या है? rwx rw-110, which is nothing but 644. Okay, 6 for the owners, 4 for the group, and 4 for the, I meant to say, others. So this is the permission which is the default permission of any file. Okay, because whenever you are going to create a file, the file will be having this permission, and this permission comes from umask. What exactly done by the umask? Always you have to subtract this 644 from 666. Okay, so what you get after subtracting, you will get 022. That's where you can see the output of the umask is 022. Let's say if this let's say now you want to set, or if you want to see, the file should get created with 666. Okay, if you want, like, automatically file should get created via 666. So लेट्स से मुझे लगता है कि मेरा 666 होना चाहिए मेरे फाइल का परमिशन. सो it will be 000. So what my umask will be, my umask should be 00. राइट, मेरा umask 00 रहेगा, तब जाके ही मेरा फाइल का परमिशन 666 रहेगा. मतलब umask जस्ट डिफाइन, मतलब जो भी चीज़ें होती है, लेट्स से अभी पहले क्या था यहाँ पे 022. तो लेट मी एक्सप्लेन इन लिटिल बिट सिंपलर लैंग्वेज. सो जो भी umask का आउटपुट यहाँ पे आता है, just subtract that output from 666. So जो भी permission आपको मिलेगा 644, that permission will be your final permission of a file. That is what I am saying. That's where आपका umask default umask 022 है. इसके वजह से आपका फाइल का परमिशन 644 आ रहा है. लेट्स से यही परमिशन मैं 00 कर देता हूँ, तो जो मेरी नई फाइल बनेगी उसका परमिशन क्या रहेगा? 666 in that case. So this is how it works. Let me show you practically as well. Currently umask is this, so let me change it to 000. So now I have set my umask to lot many times 0, 4 times 0, and if I touch, let's say b2, now you will see the file permission is 666 over here. So it all depends upon your umask what you are setting. And similarly for directory, if I show you the directory mkdir dir1, let's say, so इस directory का क्या है, ट्रिपल सेवन। ओके, मैं umask पहले रिसेट कर देता हूँ, देन आपको डायरेक्टरी का देखते हैं। umask, what was that earlier number, 0022। okay, let's create directory mkdir dir2, जो सेकंड डायरेक्टरी बना है। ठीक है, लेट्स कॉपी दिस, इसका क्या परमिशन है, 755। ठीक है, सो बाय डिफॉल्ट all the directory will get created with 755 that you saw। सो ये नंबर कहाँ से आया, ये नंबर भी umask से आता है। ये कैसे कैलकुलेट करते हैं, फॉर डायरेक्टरी यू हैव टू सब्ट्रैक्ट umask फ्रॉम 777। ठीक है, फॉर फाइल यू हैव टू सब्ट्रैक्ट umask फ्रॉम 666, फॉर डायरेक्टरी सब्ट्रैक्ट umask फ्रॉम 777। सो जो भी आउटपुट आता है दैट विल बी द permission of a file whenever you will create it, or permission of a directory whenever you will create it। so that's where अपन जब भी मतलब बाय डिफॉल्ट 755 हो गया यहाँ पे, लेट्स से मैं umask 00 कर देता हूँ, तो फिर मेरे एंड रिजल्ट मतलब एंड परमिशन क्या मिलेगी मुझे, 777, करेक्ट। and if I just wanted to show you the same thing, let's change the umask to this mkdir dir3, and you can see डायरेक्टरी 3 को फुल परमिशन है, मतलब कोई माइनस नहीं है इसके अंदर, इट मीन्स इट इज हैविंग द फुल परमिशन rwx rwx rwx, मतलब 777। understood now, I hope it looks better now। okay, most of the commands we have explained over here, so let's see you on Monday. In that case we'll start with the Docker. Thank you so much till now, enjoy the day, bye bye।